Welcome back to the 0% podcast. This
Welcome
week it is
back.
me, your boy Jake, and I'm sorry, but I had to fire Ethan because he decided to go to Alaska this week. So it's just me. It's just me by myself.
Yeah, fuck that
Ethan's
guy.
not here. Yeah, instead I have sorry.
Fill it up.
Oh. Yeah. See, Ethan's in ice fishing with his fucking granddad or some shit, and I have the fill it up guy. What's up, fill it up guy? How you doing?
Can I get some fries? And I want you to fill it up all the way to the top. Make sure you really fill it up.
Sure thing. You have anything that you want to talk about on the podcast? I'm giving you a platform.
I love
here.
French fries, and I love getting spray tans, and I love wearing white t-shirts and blue jeans and sandals every day.
Is that it? Like, is that all you had to bring?
I'm 50 years old, but I dress and act like I'm 20 years old. Fill it up.
Oh,
What the hell are you doing in my house? Get the fuck out. Oh, shit. Yeah, get the fuck out, bitch. I don't ever want to see you again.
God.
Yeah, I'm back from Alaska.
How was ice fishing with granddad?
He fell in the water, and he didn't come back up.
He just walked away.
Well, I stood there for like a good 20 minutes, hoping for him to come back up.
There, just like looking at your watch, like John Travolta.
I mean, you really expect me to?
Meme, like,
You expect me
all
to dive
right.
in there? Like, it's cold as shit.
Man, dude, can you hear? Actually, you definitely can't on Discord. There's a fucking garbage truck outside doing the trash. So, the beginning of this episode, you're gonna hear all the sounds that you should hear from a podcast like ours, and that is garbage trucks moving stuff. So, but lucky for you, if you hate this show, I have an announcement, Ethan. I'm starting a second podcast.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, my friend Nick from Beelzebuds, I was actually on their show. Go check it out, their most recent episode. And he asked me if I wanted to start a music podcast with him. And I said yes.
Nice.
So we're starting a podcast. We haven't recorded an episode yet. We're still trying to feel things out and figure out what we're doing. I think our first episode, we're going to be talking about Ween the Mollusk is an album. And the show is called Record Rippers. And yeah, it'll be out soon enough. Check it out.
Should be called,
we'll have a link somewhere.
Should be called Panty Rippers.
Panty Rippers. That one's good too.
No, like, okay. I mean, that implies that you're sexually assaulting people, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about me and Nick, like.
Okay, well, do you have anything that you hate this week?
You know, my weekly hate, I was fuming. I was furious literally thinking about this because I went down a rabbit hole in my head like a week ago thinking about this shit. And it is, stop fucking congratulating me. All I did was nut in a bitch. That's all I did.
Oh, yeah.
Stop congratulating me. It's so weird. It's fucking weird, dude. People, like, they find out, oh, my girlfriend's pregnant. Oh, congratulations. Why are you congratulating me? I didn't want this to happen. It was a fucking accident. All I did was fuck a bitch and nut. That's it. Why are you congratulating? That's so weird. You're congratulating me for fucking. Like,
yeah.
It's literally all they're doing. Stop.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's more so congratulations to the fact that you are now bringing a new life spawn into the world.
Congratulations, you're fertile. You are fertile.
It's not really it's not really about you fucking. It's about you are bringing life into existence. You are creating
and they're congratulating me for that when it was an accident. Like, I didn't try to do that.
You get congratulations. Like, little kids in fucking elementary school get congratulated for being third place winners, you know? So, you can get congratulated for anything.
That's the problem with this generation.
You can get,
right,
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's if you chose to do it, or you're just a fuck up in life, you know? At the end of the
It's
day, you have caused cells to create life. So good for you.
Weird. Like, okay, so someone's running a marathon. They have to light the torch at the end, right? And there's just the guy holding the torch accidentally lights his fucking ass on fire. He's not even a runner and runs the fucking marathon faster than everyone else.
Yeah, that's congratulations.
And then, congratulations, you did it.
Yeah.
What did I do? Like, what did I?
You won the race. There you go. It's equivalent to, let's say there's a wizard and he's like, you know, a lot of wizards, they do fireballs and shit. And, you know, this wizard, he's a fuck up.
What are you talking to?
This wizard's a fuck up. He's one of the all the other wizards make fun of him. He's a bitch. And then let's say he does a spell and then he turns I don't even know. Let's say he accidentally kills a dragon. Like he just does a spell and the dragon around the castle disappears and the princess is saved. He did that complete accident, but that's congratulations because you did a good job. There you go. It doesn't matter if you did it on purpose or not.
Saving a whole town is different from just fucking a bitch. Like,
well, your child could save a town someday.
Dude, my girlfriend started sending me clips from a podcast where this guy does his podcast with his like 2-year-old daughter. And wow. And man, I can't wait to replace Ethan on the podcast. I can't wait to replace Ethan with my son, dude. That'd be awesome.
But I don't know. A kid's attention span is gonna grow tired very quick.
Well, I mean, like that's like kind of the charm of the podcast, because one of the clips she sent me was like his daughter was like, "Daddy, I have an idea for a podcast," and he was like, "All right, what is it?" And he said, "We should have mommy make us eggs and we eat them on the podcast." And then they straight up just eat eggs on the podcast. And he's like, "These are really good." And she's like, "Yeah, these are a really good idea." And they're just eating eggs.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, like, I sometimes I watch the H3 podcast. That motherfucker has 2 kids, but he's like, it makes total sense. He like doesn't want to like show them at all or like, oh yeah, shit like that. But like, using your kids for content is fucking genius. Like, let's get that fucking money rolling, bro.
That's what I keep trying to say, yet nobody believe in me, bro.
Like,
I be trying to... my kid is gonna be nothing but content, dude. Daddy like, 05 2.0
you put in the effort, you had the drive, and you know, you just fell into it, you know? I mean,
I had the drive, I fucked, I nutted.
And now you can become a family tuber. I'm awaiting all the like the Jake vlogs with the fam, going to Disney World or doing some stupid shit like my kid just shat his pants or some shit like that.
Using my 2-year-old as bait for an alligator.
Yeah, like I want to see that type of shit. So I'm looking forward to that.
Raising my son to be black.
He just has black face.
Just shave his head and give him like curly hair, like glue curly hair to his scalp.
Oh my god!
Put him in black.
Do you know about Tom? What's that dude's name? Tom Hanks. You know about Tom Hanks' son?
Oh yeah, I mean, like I know a little bit about him, not a lot.
Tom Hanks, you think of him as like, okay, he's
like Hunter Biden, like he's like just another fucking
You look at Tom Hanks, you're like, this is a established, just America, like one of America's greatest actors, and then his son is just a fucking weirdo who's like loves Jamaican culture and shit. And he's like fuck them rise, boss man Biden. Like says. Fucking Amara, like he's fucking weird. He just has a bunch of tattoos and shit.
So like Tom Hanks has gotten like a few, you know, like, hey, we'll pay you I don't know, however much for Tom Hanks to just go and record a few voice lines, like not even show up on screen. And Tom Hanks, he has his like brother or his son do it for him because they sound exactly like him. Wow. I think it's his brother. Yeah, that's a thing where Tom Hanks will literally just have his brother go record lines for him, and his brother will get paid for it. and just pretending to be him. Like,
Wow,
that sounds like
that's
a
like
dream,
next
dude.
level.
Like
That's next level, bro. He is
yeah,
so
it's
rich and
what's
so
the word I'm
like
thinking of? Like,
nepotism.
no, it's like lying. What's the word? Deception. That's what I'm
Deception.
saying. Next level deception. Deception 100.
Um, my weekly hate is
Tom
Jake's.
Hanks.
My weekly hate is Jake's schedule because he thinks that just because his girlfriend has become that means that he can't hang out or do anything or record the podcast for you beautiful people.
I'm gonna
So
bleep that.
yeah, Jake thinks that because of
That's
that
gonna be fucking great.
he can just do whatever he wants in this world. So basically next time we miss a week, blame Jake and
Yep.
send him hate, as much hate as possible. More than you already do. But other than that, I don't really hate anything. I
That's
think
it?
this is a shift. The tide has been shifting in this podcast. I think we can all tell by now the tide has been shifting. We started out in episode 1, and I'm eager, excited to talk about what I hate. I'm unemployed now. I don't have to be surrounded by people that I hate.
Oh, you know what? I have another weekly hate. Then I fucking hate that Ethan is unemployed and has a terrible sleep schedule.
I hate it too.
Awful.
But like, what
the worst fucking sleep
hard.
schedule of all time.
It's hard.
Dude,
It's hard to
literally,
fix.
all you have to do is go to bed when you're tired and set an alarm and get up.
I don't get
get out of
tired.
bed.
I don't get tired till 4 a.m.
Okay, then set an alarm for noon. At least wake up at noon.
I tried to
and
wake up
then
at
the next
noon.
day.
I tried, but then for some, I don't know what it was. I woke up at 8 in the morning today. I got 4 hours of sleep, and it fucked my mojo. I don't know what it was, but I woke up early.
You know what? Because I've had this issue before that you're having, and what I ended up doing was I would wake up at, if I went to bed at 4 a.m., I'd wake up at noon, and I'd go for a run. I would like get up and do something, and then take a shower and get on with my day. I'd be tired as fuck, and it would suck. Next day, it would be easier to wake up at noon, and then the next day, wake up a little earlier. That's all you have to do. It's not hard. Why do I have to explain this to you?
Well,
It's not hard. Just
I
do
was
something.
I was trying to fix it this morning, coincidentally, and my sleep was ruined for some reason. So
Your sleep is ruined.
But we'll see tomorrow morning. We'll see about that. But this morning I woke up at like 8, and got
Damn.
so that's like I slept for 4 hours peacefully, and then the next 4 hours of my sleep were not good. So, that happens.
Well, that's
But,
retarded.
Yeah, so I mean it's a new day. Basically, so anybody out there who's nihilistic and hates people, hates the world, just quit your job. And you'll be a lot happier. You'll be a lot happier in life.
Quit your job, live with your dad, lose your good sleep schedule, and make everyone around you annoyed.
Well, I don't care.
And it'll make you way happier.
I'm living my best life
it'll make
right
you
now.
happy as fuck. Fuck yeah.
As long as you
So,
have finances to buy your own shit, you're good. I mean,
How are you gonna do that without a job?
I have money. See, people don't understand this, bro. People think I'm retarded. Okay, I have money still, and
Yeah.
and in about a month or so, I'm about to get my tax returns or whatever. Yeah, tax returns, and I'll get even
And how
more
long?
money.
How long is that money gonna last? How long are you gonna be living your best life? You're gonna have to get
A
another job
while.
anyway.
I'm probably gonna get like what, $1,000. So that's enough. I spend money on food and beer and sometimes games.
I mean, like, there's other people, like fucking Brian. If Brian just quit his job and lived with his family, he would still have to pay his car bill.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't-
what everyone else will have to do.
Yeah, but I don't
You're
know.
saying get rid of all of your things that cost money and live with your dad.
No, the thing is, save up money and live with your dad. I mean, I don't own a car, so I don't have
Yeah,
to
but
pay
that
for that shit.
$1,000 that you're talking about for someone who does have a car will be gone in 2 months
Yeah, well, not for me.
easily.
Not
Yeah,
for me.
but you're trying to tell people to quit their
Oh.
jobs and live their
Well,
best
don't be a
life.
dumb dumbass. Quit your job
Sell your
when you're
car.
able to.
Quit your job. Once you
Honestly,
have enough money
nah, don't
saved
sell
up,
your car.
sell your car, live with your dad.
I mean,
That's how you do it.
listen, folks. Let's say like everybody should understand good budgeting and planning. Brian doesn't understand that worth a damn because he's always broke every single week.
Because his parents need money from him all the time.
But here's the thing, folks. It's actually possible to live your best life if you really just plan, like if you plan ahead. Let's say you own a car and you pay, all the gas money and shit like that. You can make let's say like a 6 month, 8 month or a year budget to see, okay, how much do I spend in like so far, and see, okay, if I took time off work, how much money would it cost me to be good on my car?
I mean,
How much do I spend on groceries and food and
also,
other fun
like-
stuff like beer and games? And like plan ahead, and you can save up a bunch of money and then quit your job and then focus on making your own business, doing whatever the fuck you want. Once you have that money saved up, once you planned ahead. That's what I did. I mean, I have money saved up, and I had the tax return in mind so that I'm not fucked in the ass, so I have time to do shit.
like actually thinking about it now, you can, if you live with like your dad, or even if you didn't, like if you had your own apartment,
Yeah.
you can make a decent living just because you have a car. Like you can just go,
Yeah.
like I don't have enough money for rent this month. Let me deliver people some McDonald's on Uber and make money. Like do that for a week.
Exactly. I mean, there you
like-
go. I mean, you're not forced to work.
Make your own hours. That actually seems
Work,
kind of dope. I might want to do that. Actually, I don't know.
You're not in this world. You're not forced to work 40 hours a week or more than that for people who don't give a fuck about you, who will fire you on a dime. Like it's that's why I'm a lot happier, because I don't have to be in the fucking matrix, be in the fucking simulation, be a worker bee for these fucking horrible people.
Dude,
I don't give a fuck
that would
about.
actually, I think that would actually cover you pretty good, dude. You should fucking, get your next job, save up enough money, and buy a car, and then literally just do Uber Eats. You don't have to.
I
Have
don't know
any
how much
fucking
they get
people
paid
in your
though,
car. Probably like anywhere from $5 to $10 an order, plus tips. And then, every order is like 20 minutes. So that's like, or 30 minutes. It's definitely not an hour to do one order. So you could be making over $20 an hour doing that if you keep doing it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
I feel like for you, because I know how you are when it comes to work, that might actually be really good for you, because you also get to choose your own hours and do whatever you want. And you can literally say, this dude pissed me off. Nah, I'm going to take his McDonald's home and eat it myself.
Honestly, yeah.
You can literally do that.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I don't plan on living with my dad forever. But we'll see. You never know what the future has in store. But all I know is that it should be talked about more. I mean, literally, in 2023 now, you know how much, like, ever since COVID happened, you know how much, like, stuff, like, how much you've been hearing about people are quitting their jobs, people, like, don't give a fuck anymore. Like, it's becoming more widely known that being unemployed is badass. Being unemployed is badass, because as long as you're smart and you know what you're doing and you have a plan for the future of, like, I want to do this, like, go fucking do it. Don't be a slave to the machine, I
mean, like, honestly, one of the issues that I have with America, the country America, is that it's a little behind on some things. Like, there are countries in Europe that are testing out the 4-day work week as the default thing, where companies just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you have those days off, work 4 days. That doesn't
That's
decrease
beautiful.
the amount of they're testing it out, and so far they've found that companies make as much, maybe a little bit less money than normal, but also all the prices go down, because that gets rid of inflation, because people don't make as much money, so they can't spend as much money because they're only working 4 days, but that makes all the prices of everything go down. So it just makes sense. Like, it just works.
Yeah, and then everybody's happier too.
And everyone's happier, and everyone is less like pissed off about having to go back into the office on Monday morning. You know, it's like, cool, I had 3 days to chill. And that's a thing that countries are trying to do to see like how well it works, and it's working so far. And we need to fucking get on that. Let's standardize the 4-day work week.
Honestly, I mean, it's yeah, working 5 days in a row. By the time you get to the 5th day, you literally want to kill yourself.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore.
So, yeah, basically, if you want to be happy, get the fuck. I mean, that's honestly, and that's part like that's a lot of people don't like fucking school. Like the only people who like school are fucking nerds. Are fucking who's like, I come here to learn. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like most people don't like school, and you want to know why? It's because it feels like a prison. It feels like you're forced to be here. You don't give a fuck. And it's the same thing with jobs. Like a lot of jobs, like it in this world, it's hard to get a job that you really like. Like if you, let's say you like you want to be an inventor or an engineer or whatever the fuck, you have to take time to fucking learn how to do that shit and like and go to school and do all that shit. But in the meantime, you have to go work at fucking McDonald's. You have to go fucking work at this gay restaurant, this fucking clothing store, this grocery store, this fucking movie theater, arcade, whatever the fuck. You do the most bullshit shit ever, and you have to work for people who were in your position. Now they're bitter and old. Like, basically, it solves everything if you try to focus on yourself and focus on
and
a new way of living.
The whole like older people saying, "Oh, the younger generation doesn't want to work as hard and they're lazy."
They fucked us. They fucked our generation.
That though has been going on forever. That has always been a thing. Literally, I'm only saying that because I got the idea today. I was playing Ocarina of Time, a game from 1997 on my Switch, and there's a character in that game who says the younger generation these days don't want to work. That came out 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's just a thing in the game. Like, it's like a normal thing that people thought about 25 years ago. We are now the next generation, and we're saying the same thing.
It's because most people don't work smarter, they work harder, and then they become bitter because they had to struggle their whole fucking lives. When there's a different... I know, it's hard to see.
American
it's
thing
hard to
too.
see.
You know, Americans actually take the least amount of vacation time out of like most countries in the world. Americans just out of the first world countries, Americans are all
culture is work. Like literally, school is designed to get you used to the idea of go here for 8 hours
and
for
I've
5
been
days.
brainwashed by it, dude.
It
because
brainwashes
I
people
can't
into
stand
becoming worker bees.
I've been brainwashed by it because I can't stand not having a job. Because I've done it a couple times since I've moved out, and even on like vacations that I've had. Literally, I've had a week vacation where I didn't have anything planned, and I'm like on by the third day, I'm like getting antsy. Fourth day, like I need to do something, you know. So like,
and that's not necessarily
I
like. I think you as a person, you just like being productive and feeling like you're doing something.
Yeah.
And like society kind of pushes this whole thing of like it's become because it's also capitalism too, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like you're looked at as like a fucking bum or a loser if you don't work, which I do feel like sometimes. And it's like it's all society is designed around go here, do your fucking menial task, get your money, support yourself. And it's like it's such a robotic way to live, but it's just like ingrained in all of our brains that it's hard to see a way out of it. But like if you open up your mind to the idea that you have one life, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. If I really wanted to, I could fucking like let's say I wanted to be the ultimate fucking pirate, just adventurer, and just the most fucking hippie ass motherfucker. I could buy a car, shitty fucking car, and then just like become unemployed, drive around the countryside, and just steal gasoline from people, and then just live free. Just live. I could drive
Yeah.
around the whole country and just steal
be a
gasoline,
hippie.
make however much money here and there to buy gasoline or food or whatever, and just be a traveling wanderer. Like,
And like you could do whatever you want at that point. Like you can go in the middle of the woods and just sleep in your van there,
yeah,
or you could just like go to I don't know, like the Florida Keys or like LA, or that beach, like the beaches in California, and I'm just gonna go out here, lay my blanket down, and sleep under the pier tonight.
a
'Cause
lot
why
of
not? It's a
people
beautiful night. Like
who
that would be awesome.
there's people like you who like to feel productive and stuff, and who don't want to who feel antsy when they don't get stuff done. But there's a lot of people who are disenfranchised with the way that their lives are. And at the end of the day, and that's like I've been in these jobs where I'm like, I fucking hate that I have to be here. Like, why can't things be a different way? You know? Obviously, I mean, obviously I can't be like, I wish I was rich. I wish I was a millionaire. I mean, that's something you have to work for. But there's other routes to life. Like, you have one life. There's other routes to life. You don't have to be unhappy. If you're smart and you figure out, okay, how do I want to do this? There's other ways to it. And that's basically that's my whole mindset at this point, where it's like, I know on the outside I look like a bum, and I feel like people look at me like I'm a fucking bum, but I'm happy, and I'm working towards something, towards a better future, and I think I can actually get there with the time and money that I have at the moment. So, life is life, bro. You don't have to be, everybody listening.
Yeah.
You don't have to be stuck in your fucking 9 to 5 and hate it.
I mean,
But,
like, even like, for people like me, where I get antsy where I'm not doing something, I have hobbies that I can take up my time with too. Like, I need to start, I keep telling myself I need to start playing my guitar more often, because I'm getting really, really rusty and I never fucking touch it anymore. Because I don't know why. I have no idea why, but I just don't. I guess I'm just bored of it. I don't know. Maybe I hit a plateau and I can't, get any better. It takes much longer to get better now. So that's something that I can put my time into. But another thing that, if I'm just talking about me now, this is something that I've been thinking about for a few weeks, is when I listen to music, because I'm a huge music fan, I listen to full albums. That's my favorite type of way to listen to music, is to listen to a full album, because it's a complete package that somebody gave you. It's like, this is how it was not intended to be listened to, but like, this is how they made it, and this is their package, and this is what, like, how I like to consume it. Like, that's how they gave it to me. Cool. That's how I'm gonna listen to it. And I constantly, like, there's been a few albums over the years that like blew me away. Like, this is insanely good, like very, very good music that I just love. It's very interesting, very different, cool stuff. I love shit like that. But I can listen to a song. This is something that I fucking hate about myself, is I love listening to albums, but I could listen to a song like 2020, the band The Strokes, very popular band, great band.
The Strokes
Released an album.
What are they stroking?
Released an album.
What are they
Well,
stroking?
I don't know,
motherfucker?
because the song I'm about to say is called "The Adults Are Talking."
Oh my god!
So don't. But their first song on the album, "The Adults Are Talking." I heard that song in the car with my friend. I think it's a great song. I put it on my playlist. Everything. I've heard this song a million times. Never have I went and listened to a Strokes album. Like, why the fuck not? I don't know why I never did it. Like, that's something that I am trying to work on now too, is just listening to more albums, listening to more shit that I care about, and maybe I'll find more like grails, like more gold in there that I just never heard of. Literally, my friend sent me a song the other day that was played in The Wolf of Wall Street. He said this song was played in The Wolf of Wall Street because we were talking about it. I listened to the entire album and it was great.
Damn.
And I forgot what we were talking about. Like, I forgot why. It's just something about me that I need to get over, is this whole like, oh, I don't have time to do this right now, because I fucking do. Yeah. I can literally have a headphone in, listen to a whole album while I'm doing shit.
Listening to new music is hard for me. If I need to like listen to new music, someone has to force feed it down my throat, pretty much. Because I have like Like I everything that I have on my playlist that I've accumulated over the past few years, I add some new stuff every now and again, but I'm fine just listening to that playlist for the rest of my life, and I will not get bored of it. Like I like listening to the same song 500 billion times. Like I still listen to the same
Well,
shit I listened to when I was 16.
I think that's what most people are like. I think almost everyone is like that, where they like listening to new music, but they have their tried and true that they always go back to and don't really explore a whole lot more, which is, I have got something for you if you want to you want to hear about some new music.
I'm not gonna listen to it on my own free will. Like you will have to play it when I'm at your place or something. You'll have to force it down my throat.
I am talking about my podcast. You can listen to my podcast and hear us talk about it and see if it's for you, I guess.
I'm gonna link a podcast that's not even doesn't even have an episode yet.
We're gonna record it like sometime in the next couple days.
Okay.
So we're working. We have an artist who's making a thing for us, like a cover, and that's all we need left.
Well, new things in my life going on. I'm watching House of the Dragon. I know this is very late to be talking about this, but that show is fucking the bomb. That show is the bomb, bruh.
Yeah, I saw your text this morning that you sent me last night. About like you say it's top tier Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah,
and that actually got me pretty excited
because
it is. I loved Game of Thrones.
By the end of the first episode, I was hooked. I'm like, okay, I'm in it. And then when I watched the second episode, I was like, damn, okay, I'm still in it. Let's go. Third episode, damn. And then fourth episode, I'm like, damn. And then fifth episode, I was like, holy fuck. And then sixth episode, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, this is real shit, bro. It's not even just beginning of Game of Thrones. It's like the best seasons of Game of Thrones good. Like, it is top tier Game of Thrones shit.
That's fucking dope. Like,
it is
like,
so
all the
good.
Characters are good. All the acting is good. Everything's cool as fuck. Damn.
Yeah, like for me, because I have so much stuff that I want to watch, and I have a bunch of games I want to play. It's hard for me to have my attention drawn to something for too long. On one thing for too long, But it's been a minute since I've been this hooked on a show. Like, so it feels great.
Hell yeah.
And I will genuinely feel very sad and empty when I finish it. So I'm not looking forward to that. But yeah.
I mean, I know a big thing that people did when they talk about greatest show of all time. Number one thing that pops up is Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And the number one competitor for best show of all time before season 5 was Game of Thrones. Everyone was obsessed. Would you compare House of the Dragon to Breaking Bad in terms of how good it is?
They're very different. I mean, Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad are very different. I feel like Breaking Bad is better than Game of Thrones in the aspect that it's much more rewatchable. Like I could honestly see myself rewatching Breaking Bad right now versus rewatching Game of Thrones. Because Game of Thrones stuff is it's much darker, it's much more real and raw. Like Breaking Bad it's realistic, but it's not like the same.
I don't know,
it's
like
just really good writing.
some people, I think you're like this too, where you prefer like a more modern day, like, a more realistic to you approach to things.
I mean, sure, but
and then there's other people like
there's
me
no
who
way.
love
Like
fantasy.
Game of Thrones, it has depressing shit in there. Breaking Bad, like Game of Thrones rarely has any levity. Breaking Bad constantly has comedy in it throughout. Like you don't feel like shit when you're watching it. Like I watched Game of Thrones to be like, damn, that shit crazy. But when you rewatch it, you're like, what's coming. And the whole series is just shitty people doing shitty things to each other. Whereas Breaking Bad, it's much more like, it's not as grim. It's not nearly as grim. So I feel like it has that over. But Game of Thrones has really fucking, oh my god, it hooks you. It really hooks you like so much. So they have
talking about a very, very mature and fantasy setting. Have we talked about Witcher on the show?
No, but I just also started playing that again. And that game's great. Dude, it's great on the PS5.
Phenomenal.
On the PS5, it's
so
fucking
good. One of my favorite games of all time. I recently, as of like a month or two ago, started, smoking a little bit of weed again. I do that at night now. Like, I've learned to appreciate being sober, so I'm not a fucking complete stoner like I used to be. So, but I do, I appreciate a little bit of kush at the end of the night when I want to just chill.
Dude, you're fucking weird. Didn't you say you like the feeling of being fucking anxious in bed at night? Like, what is wrong with
No,
you?
No. I didn't say that. I said
like-
sometimes I like to smoke enough to where I do get a little scared because it gets me stoned enough.
Oh
But
God, bro.
by the end of the night, it doesn't make me anxious laying in bed.
That makes me anxious. If
what
I'm hearing
happens is
noises and
when I'm-
like feeling weird.
No, I mean, like, I don't feel weird about it. That's the thing, is when I lay in bed and and I'm stoned as fuck, my brain just thinks about a ton of different weird,
I
wacky
don't
stuff,
like that.
and that's enjoyable to me. It doesn't make me anxious.
Yeah, that's something I had to learn when I got older. Is that I do drugs to turn my brain off. That's why I like
Yeah.
alcohol. Like I don't.
Well,
That's what I don't like. I don't think I'll be able to smoke weed anymore because I just can't. I can't deal with that anymore.
well, going back to where this conversation came from with The Witcher and me getting stoned, I liked to, because I was just finishing up God of War,
Yeah.
I liked to get stoned and fight bosses and stuff because it gives me like super focus and it's fun. Like, that's cool. Like in God of War, running around, the gameplay is super fun. It's super cool. Witcher, though, I can't play while I'm stoned. I'll play it for like 30 minutes and be like, damn, I got the munchies. I want to eat
I
popcorn and watch
absolutely
something.
fucking love playing Witcher drunk. That shit was freaking awesome. I love playing games drunk. Drinking
don't.
by
I hate
yourself.
playing games drunk.
Drinking by yourself can kind of be lame sometimes, but if you have a good fucking game, like I played Batman Arkham Asylum drunk. I loved playing that game fucking drunk as shit.
I hate playing games drunk. I can't do
it. My brain is turned off and it allows me to be more immersed in the world, I think. Like I'm just in it. Like I'm like 4 beers in and I'm just walking down this town and I'm like, give me some good shit, motherfucker, and then and sell some shit, go kill some monsters. Like it's cool. It's a great feeling to play games drunk. I love it.
Well, I'm going to fucking throw this this lasso on Witcher again and pull it back into Witcher one more time because I want to talk about like the show and Henry Cavill and all that.
Wait, I want to talk about the game real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've never played Witcher before, or you played it back on PS4, you should definitely play it again on PS5. It's fucking 60 FPS is fucking awesome.
Oh, so good.
And I did try the new sign, like they have like, cause in the original one, for anyone who doesn't know, you press like L1 or something to bring up a menu for your different magical abilities. Now you can just press one button and then you have the other buttons pop up and you can just on the fly switch between all. It's fucking awesome. Cool.
And you weren't sure about it at first, and I was telling you how good it was.
It takes like
awesome.
a minute to learn the buttons.
Yeah.
But it's fucking like you can literally
it's way
put
more
my shield
immersive.
up, then do
It is
fire,
way
then do
more
the
immersive.
fucking force push. Like I can chain all these
And,
shits. It's fucking awesome.
I have played, like, I'm gonna sound like a fucking piece of shit, like a Elden Ring player when I say this, because there are like people in those games that are like, oh, I don't use summons because that's like too easy, too cheating, it feels like cheating. It's wrong. There's people like that, but I've played Witcher 3. I've beaten the game probably like 5 times. And,
wow.
Yeah, and
Loser!
So for this playthrough, I'm playing through without using Quen because I think it's too easy. Quen makes the game easy as fuck, so I'm just not using it. I'm not. Yeah, that's the shield for anyone out there that doesn't know. I'm not using the defense spell. I'm using all the other spells, so I have to make a build around those.
I'm so good. Fucking God of War.
It's cool.
God of War has made me such a good player that I remember being Witcher much, much harder when I played it years ago. Now when I play it, I'm like level 6 right now. I've killed level 20 monsters. I have killed monsters that will one-shot you or two-shot you, and I just dodge the shit out of them and fuck them up. Like I am a beast in that game now, bro. It feels amazing.
Level 4. I was level 4 and I'm like picking up quests from the quest board that are level 10 and being like, all right, and just going and doing them.
Because like God of War combat, to be really good at that, there's a lot of different aspects of that game. But one of the things it teaches you is timing. And in Witcher, there's a lot less you can do than God of War. Like it's not nearly as much combat options, but that game is super timing focused. Like you can like if you dodge right and do your spells right and hit right, like you're golden. And so God of War taught me how to have that fucking timing, and I'm a fucking beast. No one can touch me, bro. I'm just dodging like crazy.
Timing is a little easier on Witcher too. Like there's a bigger parry window, like a longer parry window and stuff like that. And it's fuck. I lost my train of thought.
It's fucking awesome. I love it.
Witcher's cool.
The end.
And you should play it.
Henry Cavill said, "I want to be Superman," and then they said, "You cannot be Superman," and now he has no job. now he's unemployed like me.
Damn, he's just playing Witcher. He's just sitting at home playing Witcher.
And now some other guy who looks nothing like him will be Geralt. It's gonna be so goofy.
God, dude.
Oh,
you know, I started looking into I wanted to like see, because you know how Kenobi, like the show, they made a much better just movie out of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I could find like a movie edit someone made of the Witcher series.
Oh,
that's like that would be way better. I haven't really looked into it at all.
I hope so.
Looked
I hope there's a
once
thing.
and I didn't find anything, but I want to like dig and see if I can find something like that to download on like Google Drive and we'll watch it at my place. Yeah, that would be cool as fuck.
I've definitely been thinking, because playing the game, I'm like, damn, I low key, and I love Henry Cavill. He's the man. And so I honestly want to go back and watch the Witcher show and then skip every scene that Geralt's not in. Like, I really just
because
want to do that.
For all of you fucking normies out there, the show sucks. And I can't believe people liked it as much as they did. The show is fucking awful. It's garbage. Imagine being a writer, taking someone else's material and making a show out of it. It's that easy, literally. I have his books. Now I'm going to make a show. You don't have to write anything. It's that easy. But since I'm cool and quirky and artsy, I'm going to make every scene out of order.
It's fucking dumb.
It's retarded. It's stupid as fuck. And I hate it. I've read a few books so far. I listened to them. I listened to a few books so far. That counts. And
it's just like literally, even if you haven't read the books, you can just see how, like, if you played the game at least, you can just see how like not great of an adaptation it is.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to, like, I don't know that much about Witcher. I've never read the books. I played the game enough to see that what I'm watching is like not accurate.
Literally, The Witcher 3 takes place after the like concluded story that the original writer, he has some Polish name, I don't know. It takes place after that. It takes place after that story that he wrote of all 6 books. I think it's 6 books.
Durgan?
And Uga Durgan wrote those 6 books. And The Witcher 3 takes place after those. And it's still just like seems way better than the fucking show. The show sucks ass. The show's garbage. And yeah, extremely. It's very good. And Henry Cavill was the only good part of that fucking show.
And he gave a shit. It's like, I read these books. I know my shit.
Why the fuck? Because, okay, when it comes to what is that game? Metro. That author who wrote those books said Metro the game brought my books to a Western audience, and that's dope. Thank you to developers for making a good game from my thing. The writer for Witcher said, CD Projekt Red, you guys tricked me.
What?
Because he didn't believe in video games as a way to tell a story. He thought that was retarded, stupid, whatever. He said they were like, we'll give you 5% of all profits forever for using Witcher. And he was like, nope, give me like $5,000 right now. That's it. That was the deal. And they
idiot, stupid fuck.
Yeah. And then he's like, people only liked the games because of my books. Like, shut the fuck up.
No one fucking knows how to read, bitch.
So
You think anyone reads your shit? The only reason people read your shit is because they played the games first, bitch.
what I'm trying to get at is the popularity of Witcher 100% came from the games, and then these people trying to make shows completely disregarded the games. Why would you do that? It makes no sense. You already know what people like about this franchise, and it's in the video games, and you're just not going to look at them? It's like the same thing that the guy did who made the fucking Halo show, who was like, I'm not even going to look at a single video game. I'm just going to make the show.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh God. I'm getting PTSD from imagining Master Chief without his helmet. Oh, looking like a
Showing
generic,
Master Chief's ass
looking
every
like
scene.
a generic white guy. And him like fucking some bitch when like Master
And
Chief
his
doesn't fuck
voice is
bitches, bro.
retarded. Master Chief doesn't fuck bitches. Master Chief, like, his suit jacks them off for him. He doesn't need
The
to
only
fuck
bitch that he
bitches.
cares about is a hot, sexy, naked AI woman who's like his mommy.
That he VR fucks in his brain. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's all you gotta
Master
do.
Chief
And
never
then it
takes off
comes
his
in
fucking
suit.
helmet. He doesn't fuck bitches. He kills people and he loves it.
Yeah. And he's badass. He takes off his helmet only when he's alone. No one sees his face.
Like, bro, that show is a whole other can of soup, bro.
I'm so over the people writing shows and movies who are making an adaptation that is from a book, but they have an incredibly popular game. And Halo didn't even come from a book. It was a fucking game, and the guy said, "No, I'm not going to look at the games."
I'm
which is
hoping
retarded.
The Fallout show is good. It looks
I'm
seen
tired
some
of
stuff,
these
though.
writers, these Hollywood writers that are like, "Oh, we make movies and shows. That's way cooler than fucking childish video games. Fuck video games. We're gonna make it our own way and show you real storytelling." I'm so fucking tired of that. I'm so tired of that. Stop. Like, what? I hate it so much. That's my other weekly hate. God damn it.
I mean, that's
So stupid.
It's really I don't understand what's with them. I don't know why they feel that. That's why gaming shit has sucked for forever.
Yes.
Like, now we're finally going to get a good Mario movie because they realized, let's just make it like the game. Let's just make Mario but a movie.
I've seen a lot of
I'm a Chris Pratt.
I've seen a lot of conflicting feedback about Chris Pratt's Mario voice. I think it's fine.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know why everyone hates it so much.
I don't want to hear it's sunny the whole movie. I don't care.
Yeah, like I'm like, thank God he's not doing like it's me Mario, and also thank God he's not doing the fucking like like New York, like, hey Luigi,
Hey Luigi, give me
like,
some of the mushroom. I need the mushroom,
thank God
my
he's doing neither of those. He's doing a good mixture in between where his voice isn't insanely high pitched. He knows how to do voice acting for kids movies because he was in the fucking Lego movie. He knows how to do it. He's good at it. And Mario's going to come out just fine. I don't care that the German voice actor for Mario is way more energetic. I don't care. I don't care that all the other voice actors for Mario are more energetic than Chris Pratt from 2 scenes that you saw him speak. I don't fucking care. Like, I hate how much people latch themselves onto media and fight over it. It's whatever.
I'm going to drive
I'm
down
sure
the
Chris
Rainbow
Pratt will
Road.
do fine.
Drive down the LGBTQ plus Rainbow Road.
It's retarded. Like, everyone's like, oh, Chris Pratt is so emotionless. Like, Mushroom Kingdom, here we go.
that was a bad line. That was not a good line.
It was
though.
bad. Whatever. But like, why are you shitting on it when their entire cast is golden? Their entire cast is fucking gold, pure gold.
They really fucked up. I don't know who's advertising that movie, but they chose the worst possible fucking, like, Mushroom Kingdom, here we go. Like, bro, what is you doing? Like, that was bad.
That is bad. But like,
oh my God.
I'm sure that's still one line from the movie. Fucking Jack Black as Bowser is great. Seeing Jack Black as Bowser was fucking awesome. Who was it? I can't remember which one is which. Keegan Michael Key or Jordan Peele.
Banana Peel.
One of them. Peel.
Banana
so
Peel.
plays. Banana Peel plays Toad, right?
Yeah.
He does a great job.
Charlie Day is a perfect Luigi voice.
Yeah, Charlie Day is a perfect Luigi. And I knew from the start that Charlie Day would be a perfect Luigi. Banana Peel would be a perfect Toad. because like they do those weird voices, if you've ever played Luigi's Mansion 3, you know that Luigi steps out of the bus and with his fucking Charlie Day ass sounding voice goes, "Wowie, zowie."
Mario. Wowie zowie.
Wowie, zowie.
Man, I love Luigi. Luigi gets not enough love, bro.
Luigi's great.
Luigi never gets enough love, bro. He back in Mario Kart, he fucking like fucked people up and then gave him a angry stare as he did it.
Dude, I can't wait to see I'm so over Seth Rogen. He's lame as fuck. I can't wait to see him as fucking Donkey Kong. I think he would play a great Donkey Kong.
I guess. He's just gonna be Seth Rogen, but
yeah. What's up, guys?
I smoke weed.
Yeah, I'm Seth Rogen. I smoke weed. Isn't that funny? I smoke weed. I think he would be a good Donkey Kong, though.
But that reminds me though. The whole Witcher thing is that it was also very woke, and I'm very surprised that for House of the Dragon there was never any like this show is woke or some shit like that, because the show, the main premise of the show, and it's not like too much of a spoiler to say that the main theme of the show is putting a spotlight on like how shitty it is to be a woman in that time period, and all the troubles that come with that of just being a woman in the Game of Thrones universe.
I think in the Game of Thrones universe, that's very fitting because Game of Thrones was about extremely powerful women.
Yeah.
Like go ahead and
so
make your other show.
They really put a spotlight on that, and they do it in a way where it's just a great story that you care about these women. It's not like if it was written by anybody else, if this was a Netflix show, it would be like she's the best. She's a good warrior or something, like she's a great swordsman or whatever the fuck, or like she can ride a dragon like no other, like she's the bomb, she's a girl boss. Like no, she's just a normal girl, but you identify with her struggles because of that. The women in the show are not like superior than men or like super smart or super good at this. They're not like they are real people with flaws. Like there was a part in the show, like I'm very vague, but like sometimes you will see characters, and I've only watched 6 episodes, and there's so much content that I've seen from this show, so much plot. But you will see a character, and you're like, fuck that guy, and then later you realize, holy shit, maybe they weren't the bad guy. Maybe the main characters are just they're doing bad stuff sometimes. People make mistakes. Things are not black and white. You will see a character be like, damn, I think of this differently now. Like, holy shit, the main characters are flawed people. Like, they're not just because they're the protagonist doesn't mean that they are like these amazing people. Like, even though they have these struggles, like sometimes they do bad shit, sometimes they do stupid shit. Like, it's crazy. Like, but if you watch Witcher or you watch any other fucking Netflix trash that shows women struggle, it is, I'm the girl boss and I will become the best, or like I'm so much better than men. It's like it's refreshing as fuck to see a story about women's struggle that is not trash, not fucking dog shit.
I mean, that was another thing about Game of Thrones too, was the powerful women in that show. They weren't just like, oh, I'm the girl boss. They were like, I'm in charge and I happen to be a woman and I'm going to do fucked up shit in a womanly way. Like fucking, what was her name? C whatever, the fucking queen. Yeah. She was she was a very powerful leader, but she was just a fucking, like, you saw her as like, yeah, she's a queen, but she's an evil bitch. Like, she was like a bitch, and it followed she was very feminine and female about it, and it made sense for a queen of like her caliber to act like that, and it wasn't offensive or anything. It seemed realistic.
A lot of shows and movies want to make another Daenerys Targaryen, but the whole appeal to her was that her rise to power was earned. Like she struggled and like worked her way from the bottom, the
Yeah.
very bottom. As I think wasn't she like a sex slave or something, or like she was like
she was sold to Carl.
Carl Drogo.
Yeah.
So she worked
She
her
was
way up from
sold
the
to him.
fucking bottom all the way to the fucking top to the Iron Throne. Like that was
Yeah.
earned. And
then
so
she
all
was
these
killed.
shows, they want to make I am the mother of dragons. They want to make that, but like not put any work into it. Where are my dragons? Where are my dragons? Oh my god!
Another thing I love about Witcher, this is the game over the show, is
I love the show.
in the show, Witcher is like, Geralt is like, he's not like revered by the people as a hero, but the entire time that you watch him, yeah, he acts like a hero. He does good things for other people. Where in the show, in the game, you can straight up just say, "Not my problem." You know,
Yeah,
like
that's
he's
true.
like because he's not a hero. That's what I love about Geralt is he's not a hero. Yeah, he got the mutations to make him, to be a Witcher, but Witchers in that series aren't much more powerful than regular people. Like them by themselves, if you just had the mutations and you never trained, then yeah, you would just be just like that peasant guy that gave you the contract, but you can smell a little bit better, and you have like signs, like magic signs that you can do. Where like the real cool feeling about Geralt is that he doesn't do this because he wants to be a hero. It's a job. He gets paid for it, and he's just a fucking professional. Like he is just a professional who gets paid.
Yeah,
to do
he's a
his job.
professional,
And that's
it's
it.
his job. And sometimes he has a conscience that by the time he's like, you know
Yeah.
what, maybe I should help this person. Fuck it.
Yeah, like he's like 007. Like he's just
Yeah.
a fucking pro. Like he knows what he's doing, but it's still just a job. He does it because he has to, And
Yeah.
I think that's fucking badass. Very relatable, He's not just the hero of the game. No, he's a guy who's good at what he does. And it's badass.
You know something crazy about God of War though that I learned
What?
is that there was like the studio that made God of War,
Santa Monica? Sony
yeah.
Santa Monica?
I think after they made the first 2018 game, they had like this conference or something where they were talking about like, this is how we make games or some shit, like this is our like whole design philosophy or something, and they showed this is how you make puzzles that are gripping the player and like but not too hard and shit like that, and like then they showed they showed a video of Darkside Phil being like, I don't understand how to solve this puzzle. So they designed God of War Ragnarok and had all these characters be like, maybe you do this, and like tell you how to do the puzzle because they watched Darkside Phil, like one of the worst people who doesn't know how to play games.
I heard about that. Yeah, that's fucking
God.
retarded. They literally tried to blur it so you couldn't see what YouTuber it was, but it's very clear. It's very clear. You could just tell. Oh, that's literally his layout. That's his background. That's his voice.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's ridiculous that they did that.
That's like basing your game on like Wings of Redemption. You're just getting killed constantly. There is a Wings of Redemption live stream that he did where he played God of War and he said, I ain't no pussy, I'm gonna play on the hardest difficulty, and he put on the hardest difficulty and he couldn't get like when you're in the woods and you go to like the very first combat encounter of the game where it gives you the tutorial and you fight like 2 or 3 of those Draugr, he could not get past that.
Yeah.
And he said it's the hardest difficulty. He got his ass whooped. He deleted the game immediately. He got killed like 5 times. He was like, man, fuck this. If I can't play on the hardest difficulty, then it's not worth playing. And then he deleted it.
Bruh.
Fucking
God
retard.
Damn. What a retard. Holy shit, that's awful. Like, what were you expecting? Like, if you, because in God of War, if you play on Give Me God of War, the hardest difficulty, that first encounter has like 7 Draugrs. And you have to fight them all, and they're all tough, and, you have to be skilled to do it. And he's just like,
you don't have to be skilled.
Shucks.
It's the very first encounter.
Yeah, you don't even have to be skilled. You just have to, if you die once, learn from that one thing. Maybe learn to dodge. Maybe learn to parry.
Playing a game on the hardest difficulty, like, and then sucking, like, how dumb do you have to be? Like, I don't know.
It's especially for a game that's practically a long movie. Like,
Yeah.
it has cool combat and stuff, but it's practically a long movie. I watched a YouTube video of a guy playing God of War, and during the like long ass cutscene that happens in the middle of the Baldur fight, he was like, "Man, I should have made some popcorn before playing this game." Like, I'm like, accurate as fuck. Like, I feel the same way. It's literally a movie, and it's great. It's cinematic as fuck. It's so cinematic.
This is so freaking cinematic, bro. I love playing Destiny and having cinematic shit and being like, this is so freaking cinematic, bro. That
And then,
game is like the
guy you're
most
playing with
uncinematic game imaginable. So anytime that there's like shit going on screen or like a cutscene, like that to Destiny players, that's a godsend.
Yeah.
Anytime there's like scripted events or a cutscene, that to Destiny players, that is a fucking godsend from the trivial fucking shit that they constantly do in that game. Like that is like
Yes.
that is like throwing gold to peasants, basically. It's like, here's your cutscene. Now buy the next DLC.
Man. God of War is so good.
But I had this thought. I was like, do you think that people who voice act for video games play the games?
Yeah.
Like, do you think Christopher Judge plays God of War?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, fucking the guy who plays Zavala, Lance Riddick, plays
Yeah.
Destiny.
Well,
Fucking Geralt, he plays the Witcher games. Whatever his name is.
that's
I
crazy.
can't
That's a
remember right
crazy
now for
thought of
some
like
reason.
being like, I was mocapped into this game and I voiced everything in this
Oh.
game, and then you play it.
And the guy who played Arthur Morgan played Red Dead 2. The guy who
Yeah.
played Trevor in GTA played GTA. You know, so yeah.
It's crazy, but it's like
I
sometimes
think
like
plenty of them
I
do.
don't know,
I
sometimes
would.
I wonder, it's like
I mean, I would.
it's the guy who plays Michael DeSanta. He's like a fucking boomer, and he plays GTA. He played it, and like, damn, all right,
Yeah. Do you ever listen to this podcast ever?
yeah.
Maybe a little bit of it. Like
If we have a really
listen
good
to it 'cause
episode, I will
edit.
listen back to it. If we have sometimes I'll listen back to it.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like, oh, I made this and I was a part of it and I know everything that happened. That doesn't change me.
Yeah, but that
from
doesn't
wanting
mean
to
like
listen back
gaming
to it.
is something that you have to get good at. Like, not everyone can just pick up a controller and be like. Not everyone has a console either. Like, if you're like
I
a
think
fucking
most
actor,
people-
that doesn't necessarily mean that you play video games.
I would say most people 50 and under can pick up a game and play it. I think most, like, you think of like a 50-year-old man and be like, oh man, I would fucking crush him in Call of Duty. But like that dude when he was your age would absolutely crush you in what fucking like
I never
whatever
hear them.
video
I would
game
love
was
like the
around,
thing
you
is
know?
it's never talked about. Like they when people interview like voice actors and stuff, they interview like, so what was it like playing the characters? Like, I low key want to hear like these people talk about
It's
the
like Christopher
game.
Judge, tell me your build. Like
Yeah, tell me
what's
like
your
I want to
build
hear
in
what
God of
Christopher
War?
Judge thinks about the story and what he like what he like. How does he play? Like, what's his favorite moves and shit like that? Like, what does he do, bruh? Like, I want to hear that. I want to hear Yuri Lowenthal talk about like, yeah, I think the combat's really good. The combat's really good in Spider-Man. Like, so like shit like that. Like, it makes me wonder. Makes me really wonder.
Dude, Christopher Judge is also like a really cool fucking guy. I don't know. I watched an hour-long documentary of the making of God of War 2018, and Christopher, he's just like a super cool guy. Every time they had him, like they were showing like their interview with him because it would cut in and out throughout the documentary. He would just say some shit. Like he said, he was like, when I was a kid, my mom told me, everyone in the world, everyone you'll ever see is smarter than you in some way. They're smarter than you about something. So never just push someone aside. And when he said that, and like I heard, like, damn, like he carried that with him his whole life, and he's fucking right, and his mom was right. Like that's something that I can learn from because I fucking just like I don't like you are nothing to me. Stop talking to me. I'm that kind of person.
Yeah. Someone just says
like,
same shit, different day, and you fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Dude fucking hates some of the passion.
That opened my eyes about something, and
Maybe I'll shoot that guy different.
That's a smart guy. And then there was another part where he said like this game in a way because he is a father. He was like, this game in a way is an apology to my kids. He said, this is a message to my kids and it's an apology. And then he like stopped talking. And it's like, damn. So this guy's got some fucking, so it's like, I don't know if you're the best guy in the world, but you have a bit of a head on your shoulders and you're, you know, like he just seems like a cool guy. Like I don't know, like he might have had a bad past with his kids, you know? So like that was cool seeing him come on and be like, yeah, I'm going to play this dad and try and do it again.
I want to see voice actors go on podcasts and shit, bro. Like I really like the kid who plays Atreus. He has to play these games, right? Like, oh yeah, what does he? Sure. There's no. I tried looking it up. There's no interviews with him, like at all, really. I want to know his thoughts, bro. Like, what is it like being a kid?
Watch that documentary. You'll see a lot.
But like, they don't talk to him much?
Yeah, they do. It's called Raising Kratos.
Yeah, but does he get interviewed?
Yes, he does.
Oh, okay.
You know, it was also, well, like, you know, it was like a 5-year process, and he aged 5 years throughout it. But he even as like, I don't know how old he was, like 11. He was smart as fuck for a little kid.
Yeah.
For being like just knowing, he's like explaining the dialogue in this scene and stuff. And it's like, damn, like I wish I could think like that when I was fucking 11. This kid's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you just went on Spotify and clicked on the podcast tab and typed in Christopher Judge, you'd find podcast episodes where he's a guest and be able to listen to him talk.
I guess.
I'm sure you could.
Because not everybody's a gamer, you know. Like the kid who plays Atreus, he does like skateboarding shit.
Yeah, he's like just a regular teen.
No, but like he does like tournaments or some like skateboarding tournaments or some shit. Like,
well, that's pretty cool.
He does shit. So I'm like, does he game? Do you game, bro? Do you game, bro? So yeah, just some thoughts on that.
He's definitely a gamer. There's no way
he's a gamer.
Like you voice act for a video game when you're 10 and you're not a gamer. And he even said in the thing, like when his parents took him to do his audition for God of War, he didn't know it was a video game or anything. They don't tell you that. He just went and did his audition. They liked him. They brought him back, and they said, "This is for God of War." And he was like, "God of War?" Like, no way. Like, he played God of War.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dang. That kid's living his best life.
Yeah.
That kid has a way better life than I fucking have.
For sure, dude.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Fuck yeah.
Some people have much. See, the world is not equal. Some people have way better lives than you.
Yeah.
Some people are much more successful at you at a younger age.
Yeah.
Get wrecked. Think about that. Next time you go to bed, how about think about that instead?
You know how often, as a guitar player and a music fan, I see like videos on YouTube of Foo Fighters bring 9-year-old on stage to play the drums, you know, and like you watch it and it's fucking insane. Like that kid is living their best life ever. And then they get a fucking career out of it. There's a little girl that went up on stage with the Foo Fighters and played the drums. And fucking killed it. And now she's been doing shit with the Foo Fighters every so often. And even, I think, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they replaced Taylor Hawkins, the drummer that died, with that girl. Because she's a fucking masterful drummer. She's like 12, 15 now, somewhere in that range. She's a master drummer.
Didn't you say that, like,
always
the drummer was assassinated?
Yeah, someone snuck up behind him in his hotel room and shot heroin in his arm.
No, you said some other band, like someone like assassinates band people. He killed Kurt Cobain, and then he made a shitty band.
I made a joke. That was a joke that when Dave Grohl has new music project ideas, he kills his band members.
What is his new band called?
The band Dream Widow.
Fucking
and it's
terrible.
Awful.
Terrible name.
It's got like demonic looking like art and stuff for their first album, and it sounds like shit. Like no one is doing metal these days that's the type of metal that he's trying to do is like a mixture of the sound of like modern like math technical core metal with like old school styles of doing it. You know, like it has the sound of like newer stuff, but like played like the older guys, and it's just bad. Like, just do fucking math metal.
You know what I wish?
Just do that instead.
There is a big lack of like punk music, or like, I don't know if that's the correct term, but like, you know, shit like I walk a lonely road, that type of shit, and like, or just like, just any like Fall Out Boy type shit, like early 2000s, like, I don't know if punk is the right word, but like
just emo, like
there's
pop punk, like
yeah, pop. There's a
goth
severe
kid
lack of
music.
pop punk, and
Well,
and there's a lot of people that are trying to bring it back on like TikTok
MGK.
and shit. Yeah, like MGK, and they fucking suck.
Dude,
Like,
I
it's
hate
terrible.
MGK. Imagine, I want to actually talk about this. Imagine being like, I'm a rapper and having terrible rap music, and then shitting on Eminem and
Oh
being
my
like,
God.
Eminem sucks. He's a boomer. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Look at me. I'm a young guy and I dress like a fucking, I don't know, like a flamingo.
Oh, man.
And I make rap music, and then shit on Eminem for being a boomer who's old, and then literally getting bullied out of that genre and going to your other genre that you liked growing up, which is punk rock, like pop punk rock music, and start doing that. And then like a year into that, maybe not even a year into that, being like, yo, Slipknot? They suck. They're boomers who suck, and they're gay, and they're fags, and fuck them, dog. And it's like, how are you going to keep on going to new music genres and shitting on legends of the genre? How are you why do you do that? What's wrong with you? No wonder everyone fucking hates you, you fucking idiot.
Oh my God.
Like,
What a
goddamn,
loser.
dude, really?
And he's like, I'm in love with an emo girl. Like, it's
And
terrible.
shitting on fucking Slipknot and Eminem. Really?
I would love, that early 2000s pop punk has a special place in my heart because my sister blasted it nonstop 24/7. I would love to hear something new like that, you know? Let's see what that genre can bring. But no one can fucking do it. And some people, because I scroll through TikTok to find some good memes sometimes, and I will see that like the most atrocious music on there that's fucking horrid. And there's people on there on TikTok who want to bring back fucking pop punk. It's like some shit's like, did I just make the newest pop song? And he's like,
I mean,
we are the kings of our generation. It's like, shut the fuck up, you
want
fag.
more like Blink 182 and like Weezer. You don't want like MGK style pop punk.
It's horrible. And I heard this one song.
And
I heard this one song that like made me want to end my life because he had like the gayest looking fucking eyeliner on. He looked like a fucking fag, and he's like. He starts the song by like he's like playing the guitar, and it's like electric guitar, and he's like something about his girlfriend, like she's my ex and she's a bitch. I need someone to suck my. I can't say that. Like if you're a real a real punk, you say dick. That's not funny or quirky.
Real punks, what like the beginning of punk music started with fucking, you know, rejecting society. That's like the core of punk music. That is what it's supposed to be. It's political. It's angsty, and it's rebellious. That's another word.
He interrupted the flow of his song to say a little quirky little joke when it's completely defeating the whole purpose of the fucking song. You say, you're like, a real fucking punk star would be like, she's a bitch, I need someone to suck my dick. Like, they wouldn't give a fuck. You just say that. He's like, I can't say that. Like, shut the fuck. Like, you ruined your song. You ruined it. Any goodwill you had in this fucking song is down the toilet because you guys, you think that you know the genre. You don't know shit. You're just like, you don't know anything. Stop trying to make songs when you don't know the fucking genre.
This dude tried to make a song in the genre and couldn't say the word dick. Is that really? Because like one of the greatest bands of the genre, one of the greatest of all time, most popular in that sort of genre is Green Day. And they have a song called Holiday where they literally scream, kill all the fags that don't agree in the song.
Awesome.
Kill all the fags that don't agree. One of the fucking biggest, greatest like, you know, rock bands of that genre of all time. And there's people nowadays that are like, I can't say dick. It's like, then you're not doing the genre, you know, right. You're not doing it right. You're supposed to be fucking rebellious and do things you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, it was the most trash thing I've ever heard. Like TikTok music stars that are trying to make it big and show their music.
Yeah.
They are disgusting. They are disgusting individuals.
A lot of those bands too, like a lot of their popularity didn't just come from like, okay, their music sounds pretty good, I'll listen to them every now and then. It came from like, okay, yeah, their music sounds pretty good, I'll listen to them every now and then. And oh look, they're playing a show in my city. I've listened to them a few times. I got the money. It's cheap. Sure, I'll go watch them. Right? Just something fun to do. You go, you watch Green Day in like 1996. You know, like back in the day before they were like explosive. You know, before American Idiot came out. And you're like, I'm gonna watch these guys live. And one of the big appeals of them and their like, you know, anti-culture is playing live their fucking energy that brings you in and makes you like, you want to match the energy, be a part of the fucking music. And like, they'll literally fucking kick trash cans over and throw shit around while playing. It doesn't even sound nearly as good as the record, but it's the energy, so you don't give a fuck. It's just cool, you know? That was another big part of that scene. And there's people these days, oh, I need to start the song over because I almost said dick. What are you doing? Set fucking trash cans on fire in your fucking living room if you want me to think you're cool.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
there's a lot more like genuine. They're more genuine too. Like MGK, he's just he's a poser. He's a fucking poser.
Yeah, he's a poser for sure.
Like, oh my god, it's disgusting. But if you like this type of talk, then you go watch Jake's music show where he talks about music nonstop the whole show.
Yep. Yeah, it's well, there was another thing real quick that I wanted to say, and that is my sister, my niece, her birthday beginning of January, so a few days ago, and my sister bought her a CD player, like the CD player from like when you were a kid that you put like headphones on and listened to in the car, you know. She bought her daughter a CD player for Christmas, and my sister texted me and said, hey, I bought my daughter a CD player for Christmas and she needs CDs. Because, like, I always spend a little bit of money for her birthday. Like, here you go, just some fucking stupid thing for a kid, you know. Here's a stuffed dog, you know, and I'll send it to her. And when my sister said, I got my daughter a CD player, I was like, this bitch fucking learned how to, like, she figured out how to make me spend money on her daughter. Holy shit. Because, like, you know, I want to be a part of, I want to help mold her music tastes, you know? So I bought like 6 CDs on Amazon and sent them to her. So, I don't know. That's just another thing I wanted to talk about because I think that's pretty cool.
CDs.
My sister figured out how to make me spend money on my niece.
Oh. Well,
yeah, I just bought her a bunch of CDs.
Well, that was a good talk. That was a good talk. Like what? I bought her some MGK. Like, okay.
Oh, you want to hear what CDs I got her?
Sure.
Oh, I got her Of Montreal CD.
Oh. Wow.
I got her because I wanted to think of things that like a kid would like too. And yeah, Of Montreal, it's the Hissing Fauna one. And she likes Post Malone, so I got her Stoney. I got her some Paramore because she was like, you know, she wants some like girl rock music. Paramore. There you go.
Why does like what I wonder is why is everyone who's young obsessed with rap music?
I don't know.
I don't know why is that the mainstream thing? Like, why is that what everybody listens to? It confuses me.
There's actually like conspiracy theories about that. Because rock music for a while, like when rock music started getting popular, it started with Elvis. And Elvis was extremely controversial because he was too hot and he made like white girls' panties wet and shit. And that turned into boomers hating Elvis. And then the more music that came from that turned into boomers hating them. And then the harder it got, the more like this isn't music. This doesn't sound like I don't know, Mr. Sandman. This isn't like pretty music. This is hard and it hurts and it's messy and dirty and weird and it doesn't make sense. It's not music. It's noises. So it's satanic. It's satanic that people want to listen to this shit. You know, like, so rock music for a while, because then it also turned into like sex, drugs, and rock and roll, bro. You know, it's like a whole everything, a lot of taboo things started like being brought to the light by rock music. So it started getting pushed down. And in like the early 2000s, it got pushed down so far that rap music started getting more and more popular, and then rap music did the same fucking thing. So it's like, it's literally just people being dumb about music is why everyone likes rap, I guess.
What?
Like, rap music grew because of the suppression of rock music.
I don't believe that at all.
I mean, rock music has been fucking oppressed for decades.
Why is it
several
oppressed?
Decades. Because they talk about satanic shit and fucking and taboo shit.
Yeah, but rap does the same shit.
Yeah, but rap only started doing that later. Like, rap started with like your like it was just like funky, you know.
Yeah, but no one's suppressing rap now.
Q-tip and what?
No one's suppressing that now. You know, we're stuck with rap. Everything's rap now.
Yeah, because people are starting to realize that, like, oh, it's just music and it doesn't really do a whole lot. And people are all genres are really starting to shine now more than ever. Yet rap is obviously still the most popular. It's gonna be hard to topple that. But all other genres of music, they're really growing again. Metal is growing a lot, and you know, regular rock music is being brought back by people that artists that a ton of people like Joji. He made a song a few years ago with like an insanely badass like rock guitar solo in it, and that was one thing that turned I know a lot of people that I know back onto rock music because of shit like that.
Interesting, intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna close out the show by telling a fun story. Many years ago, when I was probably like 12 years old, maybe, I once had a friend, and his name was Stacy. And he one time we were playing Call of Duty Zombies or something, or playing Gmod or something. And it was around Christmas time. And I told him, like, I was casually mentioning about how like Santa's not real. And he said, "What are you talking about?" We're 12 years old. We're like 12 years old. And he's like, "Bro, Santa's real." Like, and I was the first person to ever tell him at like 12 or 13 or some shit that Santa's not real, and he got pissed off. He got fucking pissed. He's like, "What are you fucking talking about? He is fucking real." Yeah,
where do my presents come from?
Yeah, he got genuinely pissed when I gave him that information that Santa's not real. At like a really late age to find that out.
Yeah.
So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed
Hope you
this episode. I am
Very,
Santa Claus. I am back. I am
music
guest starring.
heavy. Happy New Year's, by the way. It's the year 2023. It is the year of my child, and
well, hope you guys enjoy. Have a good
hope you guys enjoy.
day.
Have a good
Fuck
day.
you.
Fuck
I
you.
love fucking ho-ho-hos.
Ho-ho-hos.
I love fucking hoes.
Oh. Bye.